Hey guys, this is Fuller and welcome to my guide on Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker is an agility melee hero. He's very diverse but is best played as a mid ganker type hero.
Open your veins.
This hero's all about aggressive gameplay and snowballing out of control. His ultimate is a great counter to blinking heroes, those who constantly jump in and out of fights, as well as super fast heroes who rely on their ridiculous speed to remain untouchable. His third passive ability is the bane of sneaky heroes with invisibility spells, revealing them whenever and wherever they get low health. His second ability is a great asset in teamfights, being able to throw down a huge silence, often hitting the entire enemy team. Lastly, his first ability can constantly charge up and amplify your allies' damage significantly. It costs no mana, so you can spam, and spam it some more. Does this sound like your type of hero? Then keep watching.
I bathe in your blood.
Starting with the early game, grab one tango, a stout shield and a quelling blade. You want to skill Blood Rage as your first ability. You regain 40% of a creep's health whenever you kill it, even at just level 1. This is what lets you sustain in lane with minimal regen items, and even tank some enemy harassment. Onto the early game skill build. The general plan is to max out your third passive ability first as soon as you can, so at level 2, 3, 5 and 7, level up first. This ability makes you an absolute ganking machine, with the bonus movement speed and damage you'll gain from any enemy heroes dropping below 40% health. We'll take one level in Blood Rights at level 4. This is useful to have in the laning stage and also combos exceptionally well with your ultimate. When team fights eventually do start to happen, this is Bloodseeker's most powerful ability, giving a ridiculous 6-second silence. Lastly, at level 6, take your ultimate. I'll talk much more about that in the later section. For items, firstly you want to get a poor man's shield. We're going to take a lot of harassment, and the extra hero damage block helps amazingly well in the early laning stages. Your tangos won't last long, so as soon as you have 300 gold, buy this item and courier it out to you straight away. Next you want a Boots of Speed, gradually leading into a phase boost. This gives you much needed mobility, makes you a lot scarier to lane against, but mostly later on it lets you enter and exit fights very quickly and be able to chase down enemy heroes. Side note, a good mid player can farm both these items before reaching level 6. This means as soon as you have Rupture, you'll be ready to own the enemy mid hero and begin roaming the map, helping your team and starting your domination. Now for early gameplay, the first few levels can be pretty tough. To give yourself a big boost, I strongly recommend you creep block the first wave instead of going for runes. Throughout the first few minutes, try and keep the enemy wave close to your tower. This gives the enemy mid a lot less room to harass you when you have minimal items and levels to help you out. Also, don't try and harass the enemy hero, instead focus purely on farm, last hitting and denying until you can get those first few items. Once you get to level 4, there are opportunities to pounce onto the enemy mid. Don't take any crazy risks though, mostly your job is just to farm, deny and get very strong for level 6. Usually the enemy mid will be rushing to get a bottle. Ideally you want to deny him the rune, so every 2 minutes push out the wave and snatch it. Ask an ally to get the other one. Hopefully you can deny both runes and shut him down completely. Once we get to level 6, you want to start ganking straight away. Rupture is a one-click spell that deals a lot of damage if they keep moving. Usually they'll remain still, so drop a Blood Rights on them straight away. Run in and finish them off. Always try to catch enemy heroes out of position. Rupture them as close to your towers as you can. You want to be everywhere on the map. This means you must carry a TP at all times. You need to be able to jump in and help a lane instantly, countering ganks, stopping tower pushes, essentially be there for your team wherever and whenever they need you. So never go AFK farm, I can't emphasize this enough. Enemy carriers and team fighters will outperform you later on. This is why you mostly win games by getting your own team ahead early on and continuously slow down and pressure the enemy team, making it as hard as possible for them. On to mid-game skills. At level 8, 9 and 10 we're now going to max out Blood Rights. This ability will begin to become crucial in team fights. Always make sure you have Blood Rage on yourself when casting this to increase the damage, and try to hit as many enemies as you can. Once it goes off, run in and finish off any fleeing enemies. Your first will kick in, meaning you can easily outrun them. Next, increase your ultimate at level 11 and then max out Bloodbath. Once maxed out, you'll be able to keep 2 heroes permanently Blood Raged. So apart from yourself, pick the biggest damage dealer, which is usually your carry. This is easiest to forget, so remember to keep 2 heroes Blood Raged. For mid-game items you have quite a few options. Bloodseeker already gains a massive damage boost from first. At level 7 it's 40 damage per low health hero. Your biggest weakness is your squishiness. With Blood Rage on yourself you'll be permanently taking an extra 40% damage. What you mainly want is a mix of more damage but also more health. There are 2 items that are best, either a Sang and Yasha or a Skadi. On top of that a BKB and a Basher. I much prefer a Skadi. It gives you a whopping 725 health, making you a lot more durable, as well as 575 mana, solving all mana problems. A lot of damage, armor, attack speed, and above all a cold attack. It transitions amazingly well into the late game. A Basher solves another big flaw of enemies being able to TP out when you rupture them. Oh no, you don't, Nature's Prophet. Again, it also transitions well into the late game. The stunning attack is always handy. For BKB, you will be a prime target for stuns and heavy bursts of magical damage. There are even games where I might even take this as a first item against tons of spell damage. On to mid-game gameplay. At this point in the game you are very strong. Keep ganking hard and you should be on the lookout for a fight whenever your ultimate is off cooldown. Always keep an eye out on the map. If you see a battle, get over there and throw yourself in there. You want to be there for your team. Your skill set should serve you very well this early on, giving you a high damage output, but diminishes greatly in the late game. It's crucial to take advantage of this. For large mid-game team fights, you should never be the one to run into fights first. Your job is to follow up after the initiation with Blood Rights, silencing and softening enemies up as best as you can, and then do what Bloodseeker does best, run in and mop up. Don't hesitate though to back out and back in of fights, using your mobility. By hanging around on the edges you can often pick off a low health enemy hero. Alright, on to late game items. You have a few options going for you. There are mainly 3 I recommend. You can upgrade your Basher to an Abyssal Blade. This is especially useful to focus down enemy BKB users, which are usually the carries. Grabbing a Daedalus, this will give you a massive damage boost. It's especially useful if the enemy team has a lot of high health tanky heroes. Lastly, a Blade Mail. It synergizes amazingly well with your Blood Rage. It's handy if enemy supports and cores start to transition into right clickers. Usually their health will still remain low and they won't have a BKB to protect themselves. For late game gameplay, by now you will be primarily Blood Raging your carry and possibly even another ally over yourself, as both of their damage can exceed yours. Your other skills become much more about silencing and immobilizing rather than damaging. Getting a good area hit on your Blood Rights can easily swing a team fight into your favour. For big late game team fights, you still follow the same plan. Wait for initiation, then Blood Rights and run in. You want to pick off weaker heroes as fast as you can to give your team a numbers advantage. Ultimately, how far you got your team ahead in the early game and how much you bullied the enemy team into poor farm will really start to show now. This is why a good Bloodseeker will have ganked like crazy. For friends, firstly, Bloodseeker loves having a good initiator, someone who isn't afraid to jump straight in and start a fight, letting you instantly follow up with a Blood Rights. So heroes like Tidehunter, Enigma and Axe etc. For supports, nuking heroes synergize especially well with your Blood Rage, as you can increase all of their damage by 60%, so Alina, Lion or Zeus etc. are really nice. For carries, as you want to Blood Rage them and they'll take an extra 40% damage, so ones who can get around this like Faceless Void safely in his Chronosphere, or ranged ones who can stay back safely like a Drow or Sniper go very nicely. For foes, mostly your nightmare are enemy heroes with a lot of strong passives, like Viper and Husker. They don't care if they are silenced and will own you if you ever go near them. Other than that, teleporting heroes who become invulnerable as they teleport. Heroes like Storm and Ember Spirits are very hard for you to lock down. Alright guys, that's it for this guide on Bloodseeker. Get out there and start pwning some noobs. On a more serious note though, if you enjoyed this guide you can use it from inside the game. At the top left, open up the guides menu and search for Fuller. It will come up with Fuller's Bloodseeker guide. Once you set it, this will automatically change to my recommended items, as well as telling you what skills to learn when and where. I'll be back to some Hearthstone heroes, cards and mod updates next, but pretty soon the Axe guide will be on the way. I had a lot of fun making this one, so I hope it helped you out. Bloodseeker is really fun to play. I'll post this guide on a few sites too. Links are in the description. Please upvote them if you found it helped. Leave a like and a comment. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.